Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Touchdowns with Mac and Ron. For those for those of you who do not know us, I'm Matt Gilbert,
I'm Ron Cumberland.
and we are here today. We decided to do, as you can tell, we probably have the same clothing we have had in our previous episode. We decided to do the NFL and college football separate because I feel like this was a big weekend with Thanksgiving and the Ohio State game for it to be separate. So we talked about the NFL in our last episode. This episode, we're going to talk about the NCAA, starting with the game that we are both. I literally just want to play Concrete Angel on repeat right now. And if you do not know what that song is, it is the saddest song to ever exist.
Oh,
I
you
wanna-
played that for me, yes.
I literally want to put that song on repeat because
I need some Captain Jack right about now. Billy Joel. Captain Jack will get you high tonight. I'm gonna stop singing. But I don't even. Where did the rants begin?
Oh, speaking of that, we did mention Billy Joel in our first episode. He did not play that at the concert we went to in September.
Sadly, he did not.
He did not, and as we said before in our last episode, if you haven't gotten the chance to, I highly recommend you go see Billy Joel.
Amen, sir.
But anyway, the Ohio State Buckeyes lost to the Michigan Wolverines. This was an upset that the announcers even said at the end of the game how Michigan just shocked the world. They did. You couldn't have convinced me this morning that this was going to happen.
We have a top 5 runner, and I am referring to the Buckeyes, Travion Henderson. We need another top 5 runner. Oh, we have this wonderful battle chest called NLI money. So we go to Ole Miss. We lost our starting quarterback. We need a better one. We found one, Will Howard. This is what I heard all season long. This is the best team on the books in ages. Oh, we need an offensive coordinator. Brian Day is friends with Chip Kelly. He gave up a head starting coaching position to take over. He stepped down and stepped sideways. And we lose? No. No.
And I love Ryan Day. I'm going to wish him well. I said it before. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, he's
This
done.
game really defined his job,
Yeah.
and I said
4 years in a row he lost.
I said if he didn't win this game
I
this
agree.
year, he was done. And he lost today. I think he's done.
Amen, sir.
I think if the only way that could even save his career, he has to go win the championship this year, and I don't even think that's possible anymore.
Ohio State's going to fall low into the lower echelon of the top 12. Penn State will fight it out for,
But if
yeah.
I will say this, if Ohio State has to play Penn State in the first round, they beat them once, I think they can beat them again.
Yeah, I think they can do well if we get there. That's the key word.
If we get there, we have to just see how everyone else does this week.
Yeah.
Like we need certain teams. Like I know Clemson was in it, they lost.
Yes. Yeah. We should
So
see.
we need to see who all wins this week. I mean, we were the number 2 seed
Yes.
team, and I'm saying we because I'm not even. I'll bring my bias into this. We're both Buckeye fans.
Oh, you think? No, yes. I went to school there, graduated in 2005. I believe the Scarlet and Gray.
I went to a quaint school and graduated in 2019. A quaint school that he calls it.
Your words, not mine. Yes, I called it quaint school. But I remember him taking me out. All right, side story. I remember him taking me out to what I thought was a training field. And I said, "This is great. Where's the real stadium?" "You're in the real stadium." I said, "This is barely bigger than a high school stadium." "Well, what does a real stadium to you look like?" I said, "A horseshoe. In Columbus, Ohio, it seats over 100,000. This is what seats 6, 10. Do you even know how much you can seat in your stadium?"
I don't know, and I really haven't been in that stadium since I graduated. So
And you call yourself an alumni?
I
You should
do.
know these things.
I do, but it's I don't know exactly how many it says, but the number's not very big. It is a smaller school. But anyway, Ohio State unfortunately did lose today to an unranked team that did. Yes, they won the championship last year, but that team this year was kind of like
I know.
they really went tumbling down
They went south.
And I really thought, like, there was no reason, it's inexcusable, there's no reason Ohio State should have lost.
I agree.
At all.
That's what I was saying. I mean, as much I love the Buckeyes to death, and I will bleed scarlet and day to the day I die. But this game should not. I mean, 2 missed field goals and then two interceptions from Will Howard. It's like they were trying to give the game away.
Absolutely, and I just think that this time around, I mean, they're going to have to part ways with Ryan Day. Man, I hate to say it, I wish Ryan Day well in his
I agree.
wherever he goes in the future, but
no animosity towards the person. I wish him well, but you're not a fit for Ohio State. If you cannot bring home the win against that,
do you think they go out and get Urban Meyer back, or?
Oh, don't tease me.
You might not like Urban Meyer's personality, but as a coach,
I love him. But as a person, he has some ethical issues he needs to work out.
And let's just say this. I know we're keeping college and pro separate. He should not have gone to the NFL. As great as a college coach as that man was,
well, I hate to say it, but you did bring Urban Meyer up, so we weren't going to talk about it. But I said it like this: as much as I joke, I want him back. You know why he left Ohio State?
Like he said, I know he said health problems.
What did he say? He said health problems. So he has health problems. He has a bad ticker. And again, I don't wish anybody any ill will, right?
Next year he's coaching in the NFL.
A couple years later he's coaching in the NFL. So how did the ticker get fixed? So my question is, what really happened? Call me a conspiracy theorist.
Like I know it sounds a little, but I don't want to point anything out there, but it sounds like maybe a scandal was about to break loose and he ran away before they could even bring it out. And then
I had a feeling there was some behind the scenes shenanigans where they basically said, retire or bye-bye. And it looks like he's in pretty good health now, because even now he's still a commentator for Fox.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he commentated that game. But around the league, I think like the Nittany Lions, like you said, they're going to fight it out. They look like they were up today. I think they're going to be. They might be in the championship game this year.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And this, I'll be honest, James Franklin is I feel like a lot like Ryan Day. A lot of people do not really like him at Penn State. But let me just say this. This is, I mean, I don't know. I should probably say like I don't know, like Ryan Day. Like it's hit or miss with James Franklin. I feel like.
I would say
this year I was gonna say this is the best year Penn State has had since the Jopa days.
This is true. Very true. Joe
Paterno. Dude, my opinion, he is, I don't care what anyone says, that man right there, he's a top 5 coach to ever coach in the NCAA.
Also the most winningest, and I don't care what anybody says about that. You earn the games, you win the games, you don't take them away. It's a shame what his Stafford did.
He was just, his name was Jerry Sandusky. Ohio State, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Oh, I know. My heart is broken.
Another team to watch out for this year in the playoffs, Notre Dame. They're 10-1 right now, and they're I don't know the score of their game, but they are.
Did not know that. Good for Notre Dame. They're my number 2 team. They gave us the GOAT for the quarterback.
Joe Montana.
I like Notre Dame. If not Ohio State, I'll put my banner behind Notre Dame. I'll lift up their banner.
Yes, I mean I would kind of like to see Notre Dame get far this year. They haven't won a They used to be in the championship game every year, like in the 50s and 60s. They were
a good team.
They were a powerhouse, and then with Joe Montana, they were a powerhouse.
Yes, they were.
You can look at Joe Montana and think maybe he's one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. Unfortunately, I think the greatest college quarterback of all time did not do well in the NFL. Tim Tebow.
Yes.
Take the college game alone. Tim Tebow is the greatest college quarterback to ever play the game.
2 national titles, I believe.
2 national titles in 4 years.
Yep.
And that Florida team that Urban Meyer coached.
Yes, Gators.
That team, I mean, there are long stories and there are short stories. That team was a short ride.
Yes, it was.
They've from 2006, 2005 to 2010, they did win 2 national championships.
Yep.
They should have won 3.
Wow.
Them losing to Alabama in 2009 was kind of like the Bucks losing today.
Yes, agreed.
It should have I mean, don't get me wrong, that was the beginning of Alabama's dynasty with Nick Saban, but
True.
that game, like, Alabama came into as the underdogs. They came in as the no-names.
Yes, I agree.
And just came in, just shocked the powerhouse Florida Gators.
You are correct.
That should have won the title, and that really, how people said the same thing about the Bucks this year. They looked at this as the best team ever in college football.
I know.
At the time, they looked at the 2009 Florida Gators that way.
That's true. You're right.
That team was a powerhouse.
Absolutely correct.
A lot of felons and stuff on that team, though, like Aaron Hernandez
Yes, sadly.
Tim Tebow was one of the only good guys. But if you ever want to watch something on Netflix, I highly recommend. There's this 4-episode show called The Swamp Kings, and it was about like the Florida Gators of the late 2000s. And in the last episode, Tim Tebow says, "I come in the stadium and I look, and where the championship titles are, and he's like, I feel like it should say there should be another number up there, because the numbers the years they've won are 96." 2006, 2008, and he said it should say 2009 up there as well, and he's right, it should.
I agree.
That team at the time was the powerhouse, and I thought that team. I would say that team was the greatest team of all time, and talent-wise, until this year, I think Ohio State this year's talent
Right.
is up there, and that's why I said. I don't think they're going to take a tumble in the rankings, but I don't know, because if they're still in the playoffs, you can still watch out for them, and I think Day needs to win. If they even keep Day, they might just
They
might fire him tomorrow
yeah.
and not even let him play in the playoffs.
As this is true too. We shall see.
But if they keep him, he has to win the championship now to keep his job.
I agree.
To not even to keep his job, to even have a chance. That might be his only chance of survival.
That's true.
So
We shall see.
We shall see what happens, but yeah, I do not think next year's team is going to have Ryan Day on it. I really don't.
No. Anything short of, like I said, anything short of a miracle berth into the playoffs and him winning it outright.
Exactly. He would have to, and it is just tough. But I think that is enough football.
I have no idea.
Be sure to check out our other episode, our NFL episode of this week on Thanksgiving football too, if you haven't already. As I mentioned, yeah, we kept them both separate this week. We are going to try and get another one out before Christmas. I know we're both pretty busy, but we are going to try and knock out one more episode before Christmas, so be sure to tune in for that. And for those just tuning in, this is Matt Gilbert
And Ron Cumberland.
saying good night, everybody, and keep watching football.
Happy holidays.